So when does a breakout start? And for me and my staff, the breakouts start off the neutral zone forecheck. You're going to be running a 2-3, a 1-2-2, a 1-4, a 1-1-3, a 1-3-1. And the big thing for us is once they come through the neutral zone, what are we doing? If it's a line rush against, you have tracking rules in place. Everybody's got different rules. So that's where the breakout starts for me. And one of the big ones for me is that first tracker coming back through the neutral zone, when he has an opportunity to be first on the puck, if your rule's a red line, if your rule's a dot, or your rule's the blue line, or your D-man back in, whatever it is, for us, we talk about rub outs and squeezes, and we'll see that going forward. Hopefully I can just do this here. So now on this one here, number 15, that's John Hayden. This is what I call a rub out. This is a term that we use in our program. So what he's going to do, he's going to track the puck. Now see, he finishes the guy in the wall. So what that does, it doesn't matter if it's in the neutral zone at the blue line or inside the blue line. What happens is he's not able to be part of the forecheck. He's rubbed out. And how many times do you watch that tracker go to that puck carrier? He chips it in deep, and now they establish the aggressive forecheck. So it starts in the neutral zone for us, and this is a rub out. And now we have the puck, and now we're going north, a bit of a neutral zone transition. So you can see how that works. So coming to the D zone entry. So the term we use is connected. You have to be connected coming through the neutral zone back into your D zone. And we use a term what's called skate screens. And that means you have to get in front of the forward or the attacking forward that's trying to establish the forecheck. All right, and we have routes, and you heard the word connected in the video in the first 4 clips on the forechecks. Wingers have to attack through the middle of the ice. Centers have to be low. They have to present their sticks. And you have to talk and communicate. And we use the term numbers around the puck. I just heard Mike talking about it in the last presentation on some of his offensive stuff. And then sorting. Like we use the term sorting. So now when you come back in the D zone, you have to have the ability to read off your defenseman going back on the puck. And we'll talk about some of the little tactics that are involved there going forward. And you have to be able to read the D-man sticks on the breakouts to change your routes to where you're going. So this is a skate screen. Watch the zebra, the mama zebra. There's your forechecker. There's your skate screener. She's going to get a little screen on the defender, on the tagger, lion, whatever you want to call him. And boom. Just buys enough time for the little fella to get away and buys enough time for the little fella to get back on the puck and break it out and move on to the next phase of his life. I didn't know if anybody would be offended by that clip, but we saw that this winter, and I said, I got to throw that in there if I'm doing a presentation. The big thing for defensemen on breakouts, you have to go hard back on pucks. You can't drag your ass going back on pucks. That's just a non-negotiable for any coach out there. And that's at the peewee level, the bantam level, the midget level. You have to work with your defensemen to get back hard on pucks. And then once you start working back hard on pucks, there's a bunch of other tactics that are involved going back. And the term we use for our defensemen, Stu Bickle's our defensive coach in Coachella, we use a term 3 points of deception. The first point is your head. You go back, you check your shoulder, maybe throw a little head fake in there, you turn up ice. Then the second part is sticks, right? Forwards have to be able to read your sticks, maybe present a little fake with your stick, a little deception. And you can teach that at all levels. That can be part of your skill practice. And then toe caps. Going back on a puck in the corner, you have to read where that puck is. Is it tight to the wall? Has it bounced off the wall? Has the goalie set it? Can you have a little bit of deception? Turn your toes one way, hit your edges, and go the other way. I had a defenseman in Idaho. He would always go straight back on pucks right into the boards and just get crushed. And I have to show him video after video after video just to, how to correct that and take a better angle on the puck to break it out and take on contact. So those are some of the things that we work with our defensemen going forward. And you'll see that at the end here with our practice plan stuff. Okay, centers, forwards coming back into the D zone. The most important part is the F1. It could be the center or the first set or forward down low, and you've got to make sure you work back to support your D-man. And so for the center, it's low support, and we want to make sure that we go through the paint. We had a centerman last year in Oshawa when I coached the Generals, Cal Ritchie. He was all-world coming back on the breakouts, going through the paint. But once he got the puck on his stick, we had to work with him on that next layer, getting out of the D zone, getting through the neutral zone, and attacking the offensive zone. So it's important that you work with your centers, and you can work with your centers at any level, and that can be pre-practice, or that can be after practice, or it can be part of your drills.